Housing bubble? Absolutely not. And here's why.
Welcome to your Money Monday.
Welcome to session 273. First things first, I'd like to give a big shout out to our friends at Keeping Current Matters for making me a member spotlight member of the week last week. That was very awesome, and it's based on using their material, which today, guess what? I'm gonna be using Keeping Current Matters material because it rocks. It really lets you know what's going on in the marketplace. Also, a big shout out to everyone that supports me. Very awesome. We're nearing almost 2 million views on Money Monday. Okay, so within 9 more videos or so, based on our average viewership, we should be at 2 million. So we will be celebrating that mark. The housing bubble. Everyone's saying this bubble has to stop. I mean, I am talking to some big real estate investors, some people in the real estate industry that are really up there, and they just say, will this craziness ever stop? This bubble has got to pop. Well, here are the top 5 reasons you need to share with your sphere of influence and past clients, and you be the knowledge broker. When you have the right answers, the right graphics, and a trusted third-party resources to back you up, bam, you can really be that knowledge broker. Let's take a look real quick here. New homes or home sales forecast to increase nicely in 2021 and do well in 2022. And this is per Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the Mortgage Bankers Association. So things look great, not too crazy, steady. So housing bubble. You know why we got it? Risky loans. They're giving away loans like crazy. Here's a cartoon here. It says, oh no, the rate of increase in the value of our house has slowed. Look at the forecast for housing appreciation right here. 8.66 to 3.33, and that's getting back in a nice normal appreciation mode. In fact, if you bought a home for $350,000 today, it would increase by $93,629. Okay, which will go from $350 to $443 in just 5 years. So it's a great thing. The bubble was fueled by risky loans and lenient underwriting. I mean, that's reason number 1. They're just giving out loans to anyone that could fog up a mirror. Okay, that's what I always said, and that's what caused the big problem. Let's look at the difference here. Number 1, still, we're on here. They gave away $376 billion, that's a B, of loans with people with less than a 620 credit score back in 2006. In 2020, there's only 74 billion loans given out, which is 302 billion less, which is 408% less loans giving to people with risky credit. And I'm sure those loans, the loan to value, are very safe and things we learned from our past history and problems. So that's reason number 1, not giving out risky loans. Because in reason number 2, housing bubble is caused by debt, okay? So the housing bubble, right now you can see that historical data for mortgage credit availability, it was way crazy high in like 2005, they're the high mark. Today, that's 868 it was at. Today, it's 129, so that's 568 points lower in a credit availability factor, okay? Big difference. And really, the conditions today are quite different than that of the early 2000s. The current climb in house prices come from what? The very strong demand amid tight supply, and it's fueled by low interest rates. So housing bubble, mortgage debt and affordability. Again, housing bubble, that cartoon there, the debt looming over the consumer, so very true. Reason number 3 is a housing debt service ratio for mortgages as a percentage to the disposable income. See how high that was at 7.21. Now it's 52% less, lower average of income. So a lot less risk there, folks. Make sense? Number 4, okay? Housing prices exceeded housing buyer power in 2006 nationally. It exceeded by far. Today, housing buyer power is nearly twice as high as a median sales price. So a lot of people find it hard to believe that housing is actually undervalued in most markets, and the gap between house buying power and sales price indicates that there's a lot more room for further house price growth in the months to come. And that's from Mark Fleming, who's the chief economist for First American. There's housing affordability comparing 1990 to today, and the orange big spike is when distressed properties really dominated the market. That's what caused the housing bubble right there. So housing affordability, it continues to decrease, and that's a good thing, actually. Number 4. So the housing bubble, absolutely not, folks. It's a supply and demand issue. The main driver of the housing shortfall has been long-term decline in construction of new homes. Check out this chart here. It's actually going back, clear to 1970. We are actually at 13 years, the green at the very end, it's very low here in this chart, 13 consecutive years below the 50-year average of single home actually being built. So it's wild. 4 consecutive years of record-setting number of units happened in 2005. So they're building homes like crazy because they're giving away money like crazy. And now it's tightened up, and we wish they had built more homes, but the costs of them are too high right now, and it's just something we're faced with, folks. So that's reason number 5. Single-family housing units completed are at a huge historical low. Does that make sense? I hope not. So housing bubble, absolutely not. It's a supply and demand issue. I hope you like this video. And the most important thing that you can do is take action and share these 5 important things with your consumers, your sphere of influence, your past clients, to say, guess what? We're not in a housing bubble. You need to know the facts and share those facts and those graphics. All right? If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm Rich Motts, and I will see you next Monday. Thanks so much, everyone.